to the National Stroke Association. That word just scares the heck out of me,
Me
right?
too.
You know, as many as 65,000 Americans will experience a stroke this month, and many have no idea they're at risk.
Joining us today with tips for spotting those symptoms and boosting recovery is Dr. Jonny Bowden, a best-selling author called The Nutrition Myth Buster. Thank you so much for joining us, Doctor.
My
We really
pleasure.
appreciate it. So we have a bunch of questions for you because it's something
very much.
we're all involved in. You say that there's a vitamin that can actually prevent a stroke. Where is it? What can we do? What is it called? The
Okay,
vitamin.
two things. One, it's not really a vitamin. It's a part of vitamin E. And two, I wouldn't say it prevents a stroke. I would say that the research shows very clearly that people who have most of this kind of vitamin or this component of vitamin E in their blood suffer considerably less damage after a stroke.
So should you just say vitamin E?
Well, no. Unfortunately, the tocotrienols, which is what they're called,
Okay.
are really only found in palm oil. They're found in some vegetable oils.
Palm oil was supposed to be terrible for you.
No,
It's going to kill you.
palm oil is the bomb. Malaysian palm oil
It's
is
the
red.
bomb.
Look, the reason it's red is because it contains carotenoids, which are things like beta-carotene.
You get some of these Hollywood celebrities on there, you talk about Nutella, which has palm oil in it, and they go crazy. They say it's going to kill you.
Nutella is terrible for you because of the sugar, but not because of the palm oil.
Wow.
The palm oil is a great oil to cook with, and if you notice, they even sell tocotrienols from palm as a supplement precisely because of this effect on the brain. So it's really very hard to get from food.
How much of it?
Well, I use palm oil for cooking all the time. First of all, it's delicious. I make popcorn with it, and it's amazing. I should have brought you some in. All the kernels pop, and it has a great taste. So palm oil needs to be, its reputation needs to be rehabilitated. And one thing, the reason that I always push Malaysians is because they take such care of the environment. Their forests are protected. The palm fruits last for 30 years. They don't harm the habitat of any orangutan.
Are you sponsored by them?
No, that's the one that I use.
Just asking.
I use them. I use coconut oil. Sometimes I use
I like the
avocado
coconut
oil.
oil.
Those are all great. But
We stopped using Vaseline in our house for nose and everything. We started using coconut oil.
did you? Coconut oil is wonderful for the skin. It's wonderful for cooking. But yeah, this is one of my favorites. So for stroke, for damage control, I would say this is what the research shows. More tocotrienols in your system, and they're hard to get from food.
All right, one of your second, the next tip you have for prevention has to do with onions.
Yes, because the other thing that prevents damage and may even prevent some of these things from happening is a high antioxidant diet. You want as many anti-inflammatories and antioxidants in your body as possible. It has been shown again that people who have the most of those things suffer the least amount of damage when bad stuff happens.
Do I ruin the benefit of onion by, I like to do everything. I cut up onion, put a little butter in the pan, boom, and that's how you start just like every
Terrific.
recipe. Or does it have to be a raw onion?
Oh, God, no. It can totally be cooked like that.
Lynette loves it when I have a lot of raw onions.
I'm sure
it's
she
so
loves
funny.
it.
Just like that this week, I said to my husband, I'm going to try to force myself to like onions. I don't like onions.
Really?
I never eat onions.
Yellow, white, purple, doesn't
Yeah.
Even when they're caramelized or when they're softened?
Not really, but I did. I ate them because I
They're
learned
not the only ones.
if you keep eating them, you will acquire a taste.
It's just like working with me. I mean,
That's what they were telling me in the green room.
Okay, let's talk about the
But no,
difference.
let me just be clear.
Okay.
It's not just onions. It's apples, it's berries, it's cherries. It's
Okay.
all of the rich, many-colored fruits and vegetables and things like that are loaded with both
Right.
anti-inflammatories like natural Advil
Right.
and antioxidants. And those things are very protective for stroke as well.
Okay, when it comes to men and women, how are we different in strokes?
Well, it's very interesting. Much like with heart disease, women are most afraid, if you look at any of the polls, they're most afraid of breast cancer. In fact, they have a greater chance of dying from heart disease. It's the number 1 killer of women. And guess what the number 3 killer is? Stroke. And it's only the number 5 killer for men. So actually, it happens to women a lot more often.
now you've gotten us absolutely terrified.
That was my purpose. That's
yes,
why
you did a good job. The news does that. We
Yeah.
scare the heck out of you. What are the signs and the symptoms of stroke?
Well, they always say there's a couple of questions. If you see someone having what you think might be a stroke, you want to look at the face. If there's a droop in one side of the face, that's a good sign. You want to ask them to raise their arms. If they can't raise them both at the same level and one is difficult, that's a good sign also. Speech is a little bit slurred.
And when you say good sign,
Bad
No,
sign.
that's a sign. Yeah, it's an indicator. Exactly. It's not a good sign at all.
Right.
But it's an indicator that that's what's going on. Also, slurred speech. So, you want to look at face, F-A, arms, and speech. So
F-A-S.
S-T, fast.
Fast.
Yeah, and the T is time
Didn't know
to
we
call
were-
the 911.
Time
Yeah.
to call. Thank you so much. Great information.
Thank you.
For more
Thank you.
information from Dr. Bowden, you can head to JonnyBowden.com.
He likes that blue shirt.
You can also pick up his best-selling book, The 150 Healthiest Foods on Earth, wherever books are sold. Thanks for being here.
Oh,
Thanks
my
for being
pleasure.
back in 2 minutes.
Thank you so much, guys.